This next poem, I say a lot. It's the Ballad of Birmingham. It's a poem by W. Randall. For those of y'all who've forgotten, 25 years ago, 4 little girls were bombed in a Birmingham church, and never been able to catch them. The FBI, with all of its resources, never been able to find out who killed these little girls. This, the Ballad of Birmingham. Mother dear, may I go downtown instead of out to play and march the streets of Birmingham in a freedom march today? No, baby, no, you may not go, for the dogs are fierce and wild, and clubs and hoses, guns and jails ain't good for a little child. But mother, I won't be alone. Other children will go with me and march the streets of Birmingham to make our country free. No, baby, no, you may not go, for I fear those guns will fly, but you may go to church instead and sing in the children's choir. She has washed and brushed her night dark hair and bathed rose petals sweet and drawn white gloves on her small brown hands and white shoes on her feet. The mother smiled to know her child was in that sacred place, but that smile was the last smile to come upon her face. For when she heard the explosion, her eyes grew wet and wild. She raced through the streets of Birmingham calling for her child. She clawed through bits of glass and brick, then lifted out a shoe. Oh, here's the shoe my baby wore. But baby, where are you?
But just hear his voice. He does it with the, you know how he would lean and he would kind of rock. So they have a rhythm. The older poets have rhythm as they speak. So I'm hoping all of you could get down there. It's just one of a kind of video.
We watched a couple of videos from online of his reading, and I can't remember where it is. Pardon?
We listened to Talking Drum.
Yeah, we listened to you live the Talking Drums.
Yes.
I'll never ever forget his voice. You know, kadoom, 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 kadoom.
Kadoom, kadoom, doom, doom. The heart beats, the heart beats slow, the heart beats slowly, the heart beats, the blood flows slowly, the blood flows, the blood flows, the blood flows slow. Kadoom, kadoom, doom, kadoom, kadoom, doom, doom, and the day opens to the sound. Kadoom, kadoom, doom, kadoom, kadoom, doom, doom, and our feet move to the sound of light. Kadoom, kadoom, doom, kadoom, kadoom, doom, doom, and we roll the rhythms as one from Nigeria to Mississippi and back. Kadoom, kadoom, doom, kadoom, kadoom, doom, doom. Yeah.
Poem on the Middle East peace process. Israel Allah begins we, love, peace and yakety yakety, yak yak yak. That's why we drove the Palestinians off their land with the help of America and England's evil hand. And I yakety yakety, yak yak yak. In the Gaza Strip, an Arab boy sleeps. His knees are drawn up to his chest. His hands cup his crotch. He dreams of grenades and machine guns and prayers to Allah. An Israeli boy sleeps in Tel Aviv. He dreams of the tales told to him by his grandfather. Nazi boots goose-stepping on cobblestone of lampshades made from Jewish skin, of Jewish women and men, naked and torn. He dreams too of blooming gardens in the promised land and of killing Arabs at his rabbi's command. And the peacemakers are the peacemakers, give guns to one and bombs to the other, all contrary to the cries of the mother.
The reason I wanted that poem picked is to show you that, for one thing, Etheridge came up doing, what's it called? The arts movement? The Black Arts Movement. He and Sonia and Amiri and you and Haki, all of them were doing the Black Arts Movement, and you could tell that they're political. They're very political.
The idea of ancestry. Taped to the wall of my cell are 47 pictures, 47 black faces. My father, mother, grandmothers, one dead, grandfathers, both dead, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, cousins, first and second, nieces and nephews. They stare across the space at me, sprawling on my bunk. I know their dark eyes, they know mine. I know their style, they know mine. I am all of them, they are all of me. They are farmers, I am a thief. I am me, they are thee. I have at one time or another been in love with my mother, one grandmother, two sisters, two aunts, one went to the asylum, and 5 cousins. I am now in love with a 7-year-old niece. She sends me letters written in large block print, and her picture is the only one that smiles at me. I have the same name as one grandfather, 3 cousins, 3 nephews, and 1 uncle. The uncle disappeared when he was 15, just took off and caught a freight, they say. He's discussed each year when the family has a reunion. He causes uneasiness in the clan. He is an empty space. My father's mother, who is 93 and who keeps the family Bible with everybody's birth dates and death dates in it, always mentions him. There's no place in her Bible for whereabouts unknown. Each fall, the graves of my grandfathers call me. The brown hills and red gullies of Mississippi send out their electric messages, galvanizing my genes. Last year, like a Simon quitting the cold ocean, leaping and bucking up his birth stream, I hitchhiked my way from L.A. with 16 caps in my pocket and a monkey on my back. And I almost kicked it with the kinfolk. I walked barefooted in my grandmother's backyard. I smelled the old land and the woods. I sipped corn whiskey from fruit jars with the men. I flirted with the women. I had a ball till the caps ran out and my habit came down. That night, I looked at my grandmother and split. My guts were screaming for junk, but I was almost contented. I had almost caught up with me. The next day in Memphis, I cracked a crocus crib for a fix. This year, there is a gray stone wall damming my stream, and when the falling leaves stir my jeans, I pace my cell, a flop on my bunk, and stare at 47 black faces across the space. I am all of them, they are all of me. I am me, they are thee, and I have no sons to float in the space between.
The idea of ancestry was written while basically Junior was in solitary confinement. And so what he did was, he made this poem up to keep track of days and times, otherwise you lose the sense of time. So he had practically memorized, wrote this poem in his head, memorized the poem, and once he got out of solitary, he went back to his cell and wrote it down. The idea of ancestry is basically, most of it is true, that is written about the family.